And what is up? How are we doing tonight? Welcome to the Bill and Joe Show. We are live. We can go ahead and get started. Let's see. I guess my apologies for the show coming out late. We had some things. Life seems to always happen. Buddy of mine, Vinny No Filter, you can find him on iTunes and Stitcher. He also mentioned that that's kind of one of the hardest things about doing something like this is being able to commit to like a certain amount of time, and it sucks. And sometimes things just kind of get in the way of it. So, I mean, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. So, let's move on. I am, if you can hear the, there's a storm rolling in, which is really, really fucking cool. I'm out in Weematuck, which is in Cuba, Illinois, for the weekend. I'm spending it with my kids. It's we're celebrating my son's birthday, and it's one of my most favorite places to go. It's on a lake. The lake is kind of like a plus sign. You might be able to hear that boat. I've been out on the lake at night, during the day. It's an amazingly peaceful place to go. And, you know, I maybe need some inner peace, you know, so decided to come out here and spend the weekend. Our show tonight is brought to you by...
Is your wireless service throttling you around? Don't get throttled. Switch to GCN Mobile, powered by AT&T. No contract, no credit check on the #1 coverage AT&T network with uncapped 4G LTE speed. Upgrade your data plan anytime. Rollover data, mobile hotspot, free access to thousands of Wi-Fi hotspots nationwide. Buy a phone or bring your own. Unlimited talk, text plans starting at $24.95. 4 gigabytes, $49.95. 8 gigabytes, $69.95. 10 gigabytes, $79.95. 15 gigabytes, $99.95. Visit us today at www.gcnmobile.wearegcn.com.
And that it's amazing that they're a sponsor of ours this week, because that's one of the things that I really wanted to touch on is texting. Now, I don't know, like, how many people are in love with texting. It seems like everybody is. I seem to be in the minority of this group, because I would so much prefer a phone call. Like, I mean, if it's just texting me, you know, letting me know, hey, I'm going to be 15 minutes late, that's fine, but to try and carry on a conversation via text it's impossible. I mean, you can just, your inflection of your voice tells a lot more about what you're trying to say than what you're actually trying to say. So, like, you could, at any point, there was this great Ken and Peele, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but there's a great bit about it that they did where they just completely misread the text, and that seems to be happening to me a lot, in particular, with my ex-wife, is we cannot text each other and not get in a fight. We just can't, because we keep thinking that the other person is saying it like derogatory or something like that. Like, we do such a horrible job, like, interpreting that text, and it's something that's not new to us, and it's certainly not something that, you know, we're surprised by, but it definitely is infuriating, because I'd so much rather have a conversation, because I do feel like it could definitely change the mood of an entire conversation. I was curious if anybody else like agrees with me on that. I've talked to a couple people, and a couple people say, yeah, they'd prefer a phone call, but those are usually the people that I text with. You know, I never get a phone call from them, so it's different. And like the other day, I was talking to a buddy of mine, and it was just a short, funny story. I could have easily texted to him, but he had to hear it from me. So I called him, and we ended up having a really nice conversation for like 30 minutes. I was like, holy shit, like that's like the longest conversation I've had with somebody in a really long time over the phone. And it's like everybody's into texting or video chatting, and it's just weird. And it you know, being here this weekend with my kids, like, it's making me realize that, you know, they're going to grow up in a day and age where emojis and texting and, not being able to, talk to somebody is going to be a huge... I'm almost going to insist that they take, like, communications class or speech or something like that, because the art of being able to speak with somebody and inflect your mood into your tone, your delivery, like how you can pause and say something for effect. Like, those are all getting lost to, pictures of kumquats and peaches and smiley faces and HMU or whatever the fuck any of this means. Like, and it's really sad to me, and I feel bad. So, like, I'm hoping that one day people will get sick of text. It doesn't seem to be happening, but I do hope one day that people get sick of it and they want to go back to a traditional way of just speaking to one another. Maybe that'll be in the form of, like, a hologram, since video chat seems to be, right behind texting as the preferred line of communication. But I really don't know when the last time I had a conversation with somebody over the phone. Like, and it was always weird when back when I was married and we decided when we moved to a new house that we weren't going to get a landline, that we're going to do away with them, and we were just going to do our cell phones, which seemed totally not only cost efficient, but it seemed to make more sense. I didn't really realize that was the beginning of the end of calling somebody up and being like, hey, I got to tell you this story, or hey, what did you mean by that earlier, or like actually wanting to talk. Because, like I said, my ex-wife, she only text messages. That's all she does. She has said that it is her preferred line of communication, which is both sad and shady, but, like, I just don't understand that train of thought where, like, I would rather spend hours texting a conversation that can be taken care of in, like, 5-6 minutes and be taken care of more efficiently. I don't have to listen to my phone go off every 20 seconds, 2 minutes, 5 minutes. I don't have to constantly be, wondering if I missed a text or anything like that, because trying to make plans for the kids or anything like that. Like, a phone call conversation would just get it over with. And I guess that's maybe the way I look at it with her. Whereas, when I was talking with Justin, like, it was just a good conversation and it was fun. And then I think his kid woke up and he had to go. But I mean, that's what I'm curious about, is like, does anybody even talk on the phone anymore? That's what I'm worried about. Because I don't think anybody does. In my kids growing up in that, it's just it's so much easier to bully somebody or to be like aggressive or like upfront maybe, or honest, or when you can hide behind a phone or a computer and you can just type whatever you want, and then even if like you get your point across, but then you regret getting that point across, you can always claim, no, that's not what I meant, you misread it. It's a really shady line of communication. I don't like it. Like I said, I like it like for, hey, what are you doing tonight? I'm busy. Okay, see you later. That's okay. Or, hey, I'm running 15 minutes later, or 15 minutes late. Just a heads up. Cool, thanks a lot. I don't need a phone call conversation for that, but when it comes to, actually getting to know somebody or talking to somebody, like, I'd so much rather prefer a telephone conversation than doodle and then type, click, 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 click. It's obnoxious. Anyway, we're going to take a quick break. This next segment, next segment we'll be talking about tomorrow night. I get to take my kids on my son's birthday party. Should be an interesting night. I'll tell you more about it after this.
Clean energy is something everyone is talking about, and you want to get in on it, but you're not exactly sure how. I want to tell you about Viridian. Viridian is power with a purpose. Viridian offers green electricity, natural gas, and solar power in 18 U.S. states and Australia. Viridian is looking for ambitious, business-minded individuals like you who want to capitalize on their part-time, recession-proof business model. You can earn unlimited bonuses and monthly passive residual income, all while making the planet a better place to live for everyone. The solutions are right in front of us, and Viridian can make it happen. Come join the Viridian team. For more information, email Jordan at cleanpowerup@aol.com. Again, email Jordan at cleanpowerup@aol.com, or visit Viridian, Viridian, Viridian.com/clean power up. Choose green energy and watch your earnings grow. Again, email Jordan at cleanpowerup@aol.com for more information.
And welcome back to the Bill and Joe Show. It's just Bill tonight. I'm flying solo, like I had mentioned before. We had a couple of things come up that didn't allow us to be able to do the show traditionally with Joe and with everybody else. So it's it is what it is. But I'm happy to be here. I'm having a beautiful night. I mean, like I said, I'm out on a lakefront, and I'll make sure to post a picture of where I'm shooting this from. But it's gorgeous. Like, a storm is blowing in. I guess it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow, which, sucks for my ex-wife because she was planning on going swimming all day. So that's unfortunate. But yeah. So I'm here with my kids on the lake. We planned. It does kind of suck for them too, because we plan on taking the jet skis out tomorrow. But luckily, Sunday's supposed to be nice, so we can always take them out then, or maybe even Monday. We can just stay till Monday and wait for the weather to clear up. My kids love the jet skis. Anything that goes fast, like they love it. So hopefully we'll be able to get to that. But more importantly than that, my kids, my daughter's 8, and my son's turning 5, and they are in love with the WWE. Now, I remember wrestling when I was a kid. Hulk Hogan, Snap to a Slim Jim guy, who's that guy, Randy Macho Madness or whatever. I remember being infatuated with wrestling for about 6 months when I was a kid. So that's about as long as I'm expecting this to last. If One Direction can't make it 6 months, I don't see WWE making it. But either way, they want to go to the WWE's coming to our hometown. And one of my daughter's favorite fighters, AJ Styles, and my son's favorite fighter, and he's still got like a little bit of a speech impediment, so I can't really tell. But I think it's Rondone Rain is his favorite. I could be wrong, but they're both fighting in our hometown tomorrow night, so we are pretty stoked. Well, they're pretty stoked about it. I'm not too excited about doing it, but yeah. So we got that going on, and like today we went to the store and we bought poster board, and I let them choose, what they wanted to get. And my son, instead of buying poster boards and making a poster for his favorite wrestler, he chose to just buy little wrestling action figures, because that's way cooler to a boy, I guess. Now my daughter, she bought this big poster board, a set of markers, drew all over it. AJ Styles, I love you. You're the best. I'm your number one fan. Like, she didn't even do this for 1D. So they're stoked. I mean, right now I doubt very much that they're even asleep yet, because it is the only thing that they have been talking about. It's pretty awesome seeing them so excited about it, and I cannot even imagine what the car ride to the stadium is going to be like, because if they're that stoked now, when we pull up and we see a bunch of middle-aged single men drunk off their ass, like, I'm almost terrified. And it's just me going, So it's like I don't have really anybody to help me out. You know, two little kids in a crowd like that. So